All right, so here we have some, I think these are VW Madras. They came on like W8 Passats or something. They're made by BBS, and they're actually a two-piece wheel, which is pretty sweet. So these are for a customer, and we're gonna try to restore these. Obviously, a lot of curb rash got up in the spokes, really got this lip here. From what I understand from doing a little research on these, on like the Audi and Volkswagen forums and stuff, traditionally the lip and the face are a different color, which you can see they were like that at one point. So the customer picked out a gunmetal gray, a flat gunmetal gray for the face, and they picked just an OEM kind of German silver for the lip. So I got all powder paints Audi silver. It seemed fitting seeing as it's a Volkswagen Audi wheel. But they all have a lot of curb rash. A lot of the clear is peeling off. So first things first, I'm going to start massaging this curb rash out. And then we're going to split the wheel. I just think it'll be a little easier to massage this out. That's pretty deep. That might not come out very well. So is that up there? That's not good. But it should massage out pretty well. Hopefully, but it'll be easier to do with the wheel bolted together. So I'm going to get started on that. I'll try to grab some video. We can go from there. Just a little bit of corrosion in there. Two of them ended up breaking, which really sucks, but I should be able to separate this face now. Or a thread locker, a little bit of both, but it's not good, that's for sure. So after a lot of hammering, I managed to get the lip out, or the face out of the lip and barrel combo. There's a ton of corrosion in there, as you can see, and all the paint's flaking off. So these will go in the strip tank for a little while, and then I'll end up sandblasting them. The faces themselves actually look like they're in good shape, but I didn't look at the mating surface to see how corroded that is. That's actually not too bad. Not great, but not bad. This is the one with 2 broken bolts in it. So luckily, they're a little exposed, as you can see, there and there. So I'm thinking getting them out might not be that bad, since there's actually something to kind of get onto. I might have to heat them up or something. God damn, like, they're just corroded beyond belief. And it's, seeing that, it's not hard to see why the bolts broke. So a little torch action, and we were able to twist all these broken bolts out. They're all disassembled now. 2 of them are in the strip tank. As you can see, all the lips, or the barrels, are super corroded. So I'm going to strip them to try to get the factory clear coat and everything off. And then I'll start blasting them, get them all nice and clean. I ordered the powder. It's still not here. It's been over a week, which is kind of a drag, but it's still, post-Christmas time and COVID and everything, so that's probably going to take a little while. I might take this lip to get welded. If I get a little bead in here and another one there, I could probably reshape this lip a little better. I told him I'd fix the curb rash the best I could, but this spot is so deep that I feel like if I grind it down and then try to reshape it into the lip, I'm going to have this weird angle here and it'll never look right. So really I want to sand this down and get some material stuck in there. All right, so we got this one back from welding. Just like I said, 2 little spots just to fill those divots in. So I'm gonna flatten these out now with the grinder. And then we're gonna sand all this down basically to the lowest point and try to maintain the same shape of the wheel. Shouldn't be a big deal. That's gonna take the longest, just getting through that. So I'm gonna do that. And just like that, it's almost like nothing ever even happened. We'll have to put it in the strip tank still and then blast it and get all the corrosion and stuff off, but I'm happy with it at that point. And yeah, hopefully it'll look pretty sweet once it gets, a fresh coating on it. All right, so here we have one of the barrels that I've finally blasted. They came out of the strip tank pretty good. It melted the clear coat almost right off. There's some bad news. There's quite a bit of pitting left over. So I have a feeling I'm gonna have to put a primer down on these. I really didn't want to, just because it was a tight fit to get the face in the first time, or to get the face out. And if I put a layer of primer on there and then color coat and then a clear, you know, it starts building up pretty quick. And I wanted to put a silicone seam in here to prevent the corrosion from getting in again. So it's definitely going to be a little tight, but I think that's the best move. I would hate to put these back together and have them looking real nice and then have corrosion start in a couple years or something and have to redo it again. So we're going to fix it right, and we're going to fix it right the first time, and hopefully the customer likes it. So we got these all primed up. Just got to get them in the oven, get that cured. I forgot to bring a powder with me today, so I can't actually do them, which kind of sucks. That was my plan for this weekend. So maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get the faces done and then the lips on Monday, but they look pretty good, and then it's nice peachy outgassing powder. Primer's on, full cure is done, and yeah, we gotta wait till tomorrow when I come back with the actual color. I might do the other two. I might do another wheel that I actually have the color for. I'm not sure. But the pitting is still sort of visible. I would really have to build it up and sand it to fill that in, and honestly, it's not even going to be in a spot you're going to see it, because the face is basically going to cover all this, and it should cover that up too. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. But yeah, we'll see. So as you can see, it's pretty foggy in here. We got the silver down. I gotta get it in the oven, but looks good. The silver cover's kind of funny. I think just because generally silvers don't really hide surface imperfections, and getting it to cover over the primer is kind of tough, but we'll see how it looks once it comes out of the oven. All right, so the first two are out of the oven. They look pretty sweet. There's a little spot on the inside where the ground clamp was. I'm not worried about that because the tire's going to cover it. Overall, I think they look really good. It's definitely the Audi colored, Volkswagen Audi color. I think I have a wheel out back I can look at just to kind of show you guys what it's supposed to look like. This looks really good without clear, but it is a silver metallic, so it is going to get a clear coat just to ensure it doesn't oxidize or anything. From what I understand, the actual metallics in silver are pieces of aluminum, so they can oxidize and turn white, and obviously that's not good. So let's get the clear on these. So here they are out of the primer, looking real good and kind of peachy, just like the barrels were. It should help with the future corrosion and filling in some of the pits and some of the other issues these had. So I'm pretty happy with how they look right there. I got the base coat loaded up, so once they cool down a bit, like a lot of it, we'll probably do 2 coats of that, and then we'll top it off with a clear, and they'll be good to go. Not bad for basically one day's work. So here they are out of the oven, no clear, just partial cure. So I pulled them to check them, and if they're good, then we'll put the clear down. So far they look pretty good. There's some white spots, so I'm gonna have to do another coat at least on one of them, but if I do one, I'm gonna do them all. But yeah, I think they look good. It's an interesting color. It has a very interesting smell. Like I've never smelled a powder like this before, but it does look pretty good, and I think it'll look good in those high gloss barrels. This is more of like a satin, I think. All powder paints, where I got the powder from, I think they called it a 40% gloss. So it should look sort of a nice flat finish. I think once it cools down, it should flatten out a little bit more too. But yeah, I'm gonna give all these a good check and then shoot a second coat on them, and they'll be good to go. All right, so they are out of the oven. They're a lot darker in person. I think this light kind of, or the light lightens it, and then the camera makes it even lighter. It looks like a charcoal there. It's more like a dark colored pencil, and if you can kind of see, the flake is like a rainbow flake. It's really sick. I actually think the clear, for once, actually made the color look different. I'm usually very underwhelmed with clears, but obviously they're like 400 degrees, so I can't mock it up in the wheel to see the finished product at the moment, but I'm really happy with these. Really happy with these. It ended up being 4 coats. I'll have to get a mill thickness reading tomorrow just to see how thick it got, but there's the building primer, 2 coats of the gray, and then a coat of Prismatics soft clear, and like I said, I think it turned out really good, but I bet she's on there a little thick. So here we have the finished product. I think the wheel came out great. The bolts he ordered are on back order. I didn't want to wait anymore. So I put them together with the old bolts just to see what they look like, and I'm really happy. I think some gold or zinc plated bolts would really just knock this out of the park, just to kind of finish it up. It's going on a white car, but I'm really happy with them. I think I was a little skeptical at the color choice at first. This was kind of a flat-ish, like gunmetal gray, but I really like how it came out. And he asked for like an OEM style silver for the outside, and I wasn't sure the colors were really going to match, and they don't, but it does look really good anyway. And all the holes are tapped. They all went back together great. No issues from the broken bolts or anything. And this color is really understated in pictures and videos. Like, I'll see if I can get close, and you can see the rainbow flake that is super subtle in it. I actually think it looks really good. I like this more than the Cadillac gray wheels I did recently. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the wheels, the process, the video. Maybe I'll make more. This is kind of, I don't know, a good project for a video, I feel like. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, follow my Instagram, subscribe, all that good stuff. See ya.